again, guys. Here we are on B. 38 times 1 is 38. 38 times 1/10, I just write my digits again. Only if I'm taking it times a tenth, I know my digits are going to get, my number value is going to get smaller. Here's my whole number. Where's my decimal? At the end of the whole number, I need to move it to the left one place because there's one place in a tenth, and it's 3 8/10. I'm going to take it times 100th, and I'm just going to put my numbers there again because my digit numbers never change. My value changes. There's 2 places in 100th, so I'm going to move my decimal 2 places, and I get 38/100ths. So let's move down. And is what I would like you to do is with your partner, I would like you to discuss what these values mean. Please don't just go over top of them and write down the answer. Discuss them, come up with the answer, and then let's move on to the next page. All right. So on this page, we'll quick go over one of these, and then I will give you your assignment and we'll work on the next part. Okay, so here's that pattern again. 1 times 3/19 is the same as 3 and 1900ths. So I'm just going to write those digits down. I'm taking it to the power of 10, so my number is going to increase. 10 in the tenths value, it has one place, so I move my decimal one place and I get 31 9/10. If I take it times 100, I'm just those same digits, only I moved it 2 places. If I take it times 1,000, I move it 3 places. 1, 2, 3. I got to put a 0 there to hold the spot. So I'd like you and your partner to do 3 and 4, but hold off because I would like to move down to just this part, thinking algebraically. This is really using your thoughts. So let's get going on this. So we're going to take what we already know. And when I look at this, I notice that my digits did not change. So that tells me I'm taking this times a power of a 10. So what power of the 10? Well, how will I figure that out? I could do trial and error, but I also know my decimal moved how many places? From here to here, it moved 2 places. What base 10 has 2 places? You're correct. It's 100. So 100 times $3.25. If I move my decimal 2 places, I get $325 because I always like to check my work to see if I've got it correct. So let's look at here. I'm taking it times a base 10. So I know this number, the N is going to stand for these digits, but probably not the same place. So I'm just going to put those digits down here, and then I'm going to try and figure out how does my decimal move and how many places. Well, if I look at this, I am taking it times a part of a whole. So my number here is going to be smaller. Well, if this number is smaller, then this number has to be greater. So it's kind of thinking the opposite. So if it was here in my number that got smaller, that means how to make this number larger means I've got to move my decimal to the right to make it larger. 1/10 tells me I'm moving it one place. So if it was here and I move it here, I now have 895. So let's check that and say 895 equals 1/10 times 895. Well, here's my decimal. My number's going to get smaller. I'm going to move my decimal one place, and I'm at $89 5/10. All right, let's look here. First of all, I'm going to write down what I know 10 to the third power is. It's really 1,000 times, I don't know what, equals 630. Well, I know when I take it times the power of 10, I'm going to use the same digits. So I notice that when I take it times 10, a whole number, my number gets larger. So that means I got to take it times a smaller number. How do I make this a smaller number? Well, I have to move my decimal to the left. How many places? Well, there's 3 places in 1,000. If this is where my decimal was and I move it 3 places, it's at 630. All right, so I want you to go back, do 3 and 4. I would like you to do these with your partner. Yes or no. Figure them out. It's good practice. We can skip this page for right now. Hopefully we can come back and do it, find their error. Then on this page is what I would like you to do is I would like you to do all the evens and number 9. Do 10 or 11. You do not have to do 12. If you look at the back, 1 or 2 and all of these. All right, hopefully we are successful in understanding base 10, multiplying it, and how simple it is.